nose, and the haircut. Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore.
In person.
Yes, from Hollywood, it's Jimmy Durante, Gary Moore, Dale Evans, Roy Bargy and his orchestra, and yours truly, Howard Petrie. And here he is, Garry Moore. Gary Moore. Gary Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was supposed to have been a duck call at the end of that. We will now pause for the duck call. Very good. Give him Those things will happen. But thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our wilderness. To go to the country again and watch the wind in the wheat fields and see the little green shoots of corn.
Corn! Corn! I heard what you said! You said corn! Where's my hat? Let me out of here! He said corn!
What do you know? The sponsor's here tonight. But I'm not kidding about loving the country, Howard. Did I tell you what Jimmy and I did, fools that we are? Just last week, we bought ourselves a milk cow. We keep it right in our own backyard.
Oh, now hold the phone. You got a cow in your backyard?
Yes, I have. And by the way, Howard, do you know where I can hire a sitter?
A sitter for a cow? Well, why does a cow need a sitter?
This kid has never milked a cow, has he? City boy from Boston. Come in.
Oh, there you are, there you are, there you are.
Oh, no, this character's got me confused with the Andrews sisters.
I have no such thing. I am your landlady, Mrs. Dennis Pinchmuster.
Oh, of course. Now, Mrs. Pendennis Ponchmuster.
I'm sorry, my name is Pinchmuster.
Well, I'm sorry, your name is Penchmuster, too. And I realize, Madam, you're sore about that party we gave last week, but it wasn't our fault it was noisy. It was a going-away party.
I know, but it was my house that was going away. But that is not why I am here. I came to protest about that cow you and Mr. Durante have in your backyard.
Oh, but, Madam, we have to keep the cow in the backyard. It's so crowded, 3 in a Murphy bed.
You actually put a cow in my Murphy bed?
Yes, we did, and last night a terrible thing happened. The bed closed up on her, and before we could get her out, she tossed 3 quarts of whipping cream.
Oh, that's the last straw. Either you shoot that cow or get out of my house.
Oh, oh, fine. An eviction notice. I got to tell Durante about this. Well, that sounds like him now. Yeah, here he is, the one and only Jimmy Durante, in person.
You've got to start off each day with a song.
Oh, sing it, Jimmy boy.
Now, even when things go wrong, now you feel better, you even look better. And now for my second number I'll sing. There's a doctor living in my town, a lawyer and an Indian too. No wonder I can't get a room. Don't let this get around, folks, but last week in Washington, I was living in a room so small that when I opened the cigarette box, there was Philip standing on top of Morris.
Jim, you may be kidding about the housing shortage, but now it's happened to us. Our landlady just came in here and gave us an eviction notice, and all on account of that darn cow.
What happened? Puppies?
Puppies? Jim, how is it possible for a cow to have puppies?
It's easy if she marries a cocker spaniel. Durante, you adorable nincompoop.
I'm glad you're happy with yourself. But look, Jim, let's quit this kidding around. We're in sad shape. Where are we going to live?
Don't concern yourself, Garrison. If worse comes to Bedlam, I can always build us a house. First, I'll take some boards and saw them. Then nail them together. Add a little paint. Now all we have to do is open the door and move in. How do you like that? We're too late. Somebody is already living there. I should have paid a month's rent in advance.
Now listen, Jim, we're not going to move out of our house. We'll get the neighbors to sign a petition and we'll take it to court. You know anything about law?
That's a moot question, so I'll give you a moot answer. Moot. Junior, when it comes to law, I'm a regular barrister of Wimpole Street.
Yeah?
You're too young to remember, but I was the district attorney in that famous Dreyfus case.
The Albert Dreyfus case?
No, the bus Dreyfus case. I caught my boy with his habeas corpus down. But, Junior, how could you question my legal background? After all, I studied civil law, criminal law, common law, and legal law. And after 4 years at Harvard, I had my first case in court.
Yeah, what was it?
I sued the college for my diploma. Following this legal coup, I joined the law firm of
You want to try it again?
Don't laugh, boys. Following this legal coup, I joined the law firm of Brown, Jones, Simon, and
Simon and... Shh.
Yeah, he was the silent partner. Much to my chagrin, just after 2 days with this law firm, they married me. I was chagrined.
Say what?
I was chagrined.
You were chagrined. Why?
I defy anybody to find out how little I know in 2 days. The offer is still open.
Well, Jim, after hearing about your legal experience, I've reached a decision. I'll handle this case myself.
On the contrary, Junior, why don't we compromise? We'll get the same law firm that handles our radio contracts.
Oh, come now, Jim. Surely you don't mean the firm of Pinch, Drindle, Bop, Tox, Kronk, Squadget, Marley, Bone, Fush, Kumster, Sweetser, and Maltravely, Pav.
Why not?
I can just see us in court now. The judge says, the people of the state versus Durante and Moore as represented by Pinch, Drindle, Bop, Tox, Kronk, Squadget, Marley, Bone, Fush, Kumster, Sweetser, and Maltravely, Pav.
Well, don't you think they'd get us off?
Who cares? By the time they got through saying Pinch, Drindle, Bop, Tox, Kronk, Squatchet, Marley, Bone, Fush, Kumster, Sweetser, and Maltravely, Pav, we'd have already served 2 years.
Well, we'll worry about the lawyer later. Let's get that petition signed first.
Huh?
We'll beat this rap, and my name ain't James PBCMFSM Durante.
Oh, no. What does PBCMFSM stand for?
Pinkle, Dingle, Bobson, Kumquotes, Molly Bone, Fush, Crumper, Schweister, and... There must be an easier way to clean your teeth.
Roy Bargy and the orchestra now in a Roy Bargy version of Cinderella Joe.
Well, Junior, here it is. I just finished writing a petition for the neighbors to sign. It's complete, legalistic, and in toto.
In toto.
Yes, that's 20 miles the other side of San Bedou.
Mighty nice country around there. But what does this petition that you wrote say?
I'll read it to you.
All right.
Whereas the party described hereunder, namely Bessie the cow, and whereas Gary Moore, party of the second part, and whereas Jimmy Durante, party of the third part, and whereas our landlady, part of the fourth part, and whereas
what?
Where's the next page? I must have left it at the party of the first part.
Never mind the rest of it, Jim. We got to get busy and have that petition signed. Now, you go out and make a house-to-house canvass. I'm going down the street here to make a speech to a group of Robert Stockings.
Egad. What's a Robert Stocking?
A Robert Stocking is a high-class bobby soxer. See you later, Jim.
My boy is rolling tonight.
And so, ladies of the Robert Stocking Society, I have come here to ask your help in saving our poor cow. May I at this time read you this poem I have written entitled Ode to a Cow? All hail to you, you noble cow. To me, O cow, you are a wow. To you, O cow, I make a bow. I bow, kowtow, and shout, how now? I love you, tame and gentle creature. I'm always very glad to meet you. Oh, lift your stately head and toss it, and let me shake your every faucet. Oh, let me thank you while I can for all the things you've done for man. Oh, cow, it's from your skin valise you give out milk and cottage cheese. Yes, cottage cheese the best there is, except for camembert and Swiss. And cream cheese, too, so mild and mellow. Also Limburger, strong and smellow. You always give, you never slip. You are the country's biggest drip. You don't hold out, you give in quickly. You always gush. You're never trickly. Oh, tell me, cow, how do you do it? Is there something tricky to it? You chew up hay as fine as silk, you shake it up, and out comes milk. Oh, cow, the peoples of this nation owe you much appreciation. From now until the dimmest future, human beings will salute you. Salute you? Why, you're charming, cow, you have no faults, and you're behind all chocolate malts. Each noon, the customers at Liggett's pay a tribute to your spigots. So let me tell you, noble cow, how I do adore you now. Let me salute your magic udder. You're my sister, I'm your brother. I greet you with heart and stomach full, oh dairy cow, and that's no bull. But cow, before I let you go, there's just one thing I'd like to know. One question I would like to utter. Look it, honey. Where's the butter?
Hello? Oh, sorry, Phil. I'm a little late, folks. Well, here's an impressive-looking residentiary. I shall knock upon the portal.
Yes?
Pardon me, madam, but my name is Durante. I'm circulating a petition to save the life of a cow. Will you sign it?
A petition? Why, as a creature of intellectual stature, I make it a habitual ritual to give consideration to all the creatures of nature.
Oh. Every week the same dame. It's a plot to ruin my diction. Look, lady, I need your signature on this petition. What's your last name?
My name is Armand Rude.
Armand Rude? I might have known it. What's your first name?
Gertrude.
Gertrude Armand Rude? That sounds like a trunk falling downstairs. Well, thank you for your signature.
The feeling is mutual, and may I mention my congratulations in the future.
You bet you, and I'm glad to have met you.
And I consider myself fortunate to have bunked up against his.
That's the conditions that prevail. Well, I got to get some more signatures. I'll knock at this residentiary right here.
Yes, sir. I'll take $5 worth.
$5 worth of what?
In these days, who asks?
No, my friend. I ain't here to sell you nothing. My name is Jimmy Durante, and I'd like your signature on this petition.
Oh, I know you, Mr. Durante. I always listen to you on the radio. You're my favorite comedian.
I am? Well, thanks. Gee.
Yeah, I just die when you say I doed it.
Just a minute. You're thinking of inner sanction. Look, mister, will you sign this petition to save the life of a poor cow that's been brought up for trial?
Certainly. Why would anybody want to destroy a poor cow?
That's what I say. Why, if I had enough cows, I could do away with all the shortages.
You could?
Yeah. First, I'd get the butchers to trade steaks to landlords for apartments. Then the landlords will trade the steaks to the sales lady for nylons. The sales lady will trade the steaks to the garbage man for tires, and the garbage man... And the garage man will trade the steaks back to the butcher for the apartment. The landlord traded to him in the first place for the steaks, which the sales lady traded for the tires. Do you follow me?
Yeah, I follow you.
Good. Then let's both follow that sales lady and see where she hides those tires.
Hey, Dale, while you're here, will you sign this petition to save our cow's life?
Well, of course I will. Why, if people go around killing cows, what'll become of my career in cowboy pictures?
Yeah, what would your partner, Roy Rogers, do if he came home one night and there were no cows? What would Gene Autry do if he came home one night and there were no cows?
Yeah, what would W.C. Fields do?
If there were no cows?
No, if he came home one night.
Here, Dale, sign this petition right here. There. Now we've got all the signatures. Now we only need one thing more.
What's that?
Some logical way to introduce your song.
Well, fellas, let's make no bones about it. Let's just say I'm going to sing. The name of the song is Personality. I hope you like it. Mary Smith had a college education. Sally Jones had a scientific streak. Susie Brown used to lecture on ancient architecture. Josie Green spoke Latin and Greek. Just forgotten girls with forgotten brains. While history explains, when Madame Pompadour was on a ballroom floor, said all the gentlemen, obviously. The Madame has the cutest personality. And think of all the books about DuBarry's looks. What was it made her the toast of Paris? She had a well-developed personality. And what did Romeo say to Juliet, or Pierrot to Pierrette, or Jupiter to Juno? You know. And when Salome danced and had the boys entranced, no doubt it must have been easy to see. She knew how to use her personality, and why certain girls offered certain things like sable coats and wedding rings by men who wear their spats right. That's what I say. As long as you have a heart, don't you say I'm smart, that I have a sister I'd be. Just tell me how you like my personality. Personality.
Now let's duck down to the courtroom where Jimmy and Gary will soon be defending the life of their dear cow, Bessie.
Gee, Jimmy, you and I sitting here in a courtroom waiting for a trial. It makes me nervous, you know. Why, it seems like only yesterday.
What seems like only yesterday?
Yesterday.
This boy is angling for an alcove at Alcatraz. You gotta be dignified in the courtroom, Junior. Look at me. I'm wearing my formal coat with the moleskin trousers.
Oh, the moleskin, huh?
Yeah, and I wish I could get the moles to move out. You know, other people have ants.
Quiet, Jimmy. The court's about to convene.
Hear ye, hear ye. This court is now in session. Rise, please, as the judge enters the courtroom.
Well, Santa Anita is closer than you think.
Let's be quiet, shall we?
This court will now come to order and proceed with the business of the day. First case, Mrs. Pendennis, Schmooster versus Durante and Moore.
Stop the proceedings. Stop the proceedings. I declare this case Molly Pros ipso facto, Sigma Chi, Danny K, and Corpus Delicta.
Danny K and Corpus Delicta? What are you talking about?
I don't know, but it sounds legal.
We will proceed with no more or less poppycock.
Very well, Your Honor. We would like to call our landlady, Mrs. Penschmooster, to the witness stand.
I shall gladly take the stand to bear testimony to the utter degradation and calumny that these two mountebanks have brought to my escutcheon through their continued malfeasance and misdemeanors.
Thank you. Here are the keys to my bicycle that has a back seat. Mrs. Penschmooster?
Oh, no!
What is your address?
32 West 32nd Street.
32 West 32nd Street. And how many apartments do you have?
32.
How many tenants do you have?
32.
And how old are you? You have 32. Would you care to try for 64?
Your Honor, I protest.
You two men are charged with keeping a cow within a residential district. What is your defense?
Your Honor, this cow is only the beginning of a gigantic plan to benefit science. We plan to raise cows, then cross them with kangaroos.
Cross a cow with a kangaroo? What do you hope to accomplish?
We're going to create a cow that will not only give milk, but carry its own bucket.
Your Honor, to prove our case, I would like to call our cow Bessie to the stand in her own behalf. Mrs. Penschmooster, get off the stand. Let the other cow sit down.
Just a moment. I will not tolerate this cow in my courtroom. Don't you men know the rules of a court of law?
Huh? Oh, yes. Bessie, put your cigarette out. Now, Bessie, tell the court, have you ever been a nuisance in our neighborhood?
And furthermore, Bessie, have you ever caused any trouble to our landlady? That's my cow that said that.
Then tell us, Bessie, why should this old battle axe want to evict us?
Why, this cow talks better than I do.
Especially tonight. And in closing our defense, Your Honor, I should like to say that Bessie is the one who has suffered in this case. Why, this poor cow is so upset she can't give enough milk to cloud up a demi-tax.
You mean your cow is so worried she's going dry?
Well, practically dry. Watch this, Your Honor. And I promise you, Your Honor, Bessie was really trying.
I've heard enough. This cow must be done away with.
Done away with?
Hold everything! Another cow just jumped in through the window. Somebody stop them! Both cows are running out of the courtroom.
Well, Your Honor? Well, Your Honor, both cows are gone, and that settles the case.
Settles the case? In what way?
Bull Durham's back, and Bessie's got him.
Roy Roy Bargy and the orchestra now in a Roy Bargy arrangement of a medley of Jerome Kern tunes.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.